If you go to high school in the US, you should be picking AP over IB every single time because it gives you a real score instead of a prediction. Both AP and IB classes are super difficult, so it's not like one of these curriculums is better than the other because you learn more. But when you apply to college, these two systems treat you very differently because under AP, you have your direct exam results, but under IB, you get a thing called a predicted score. Your predicted score is the average of your teacher's best guesses of how you're going to perform in IB based on your grades in their classes over the last year or so before you apply to college. And a lot of high schools would calculate this according to different standards. So it puts you at the mercy of the teacher who's actually making the best guess. And so if you don't have the best relationship with that teacher, or maybe you just had a rough year and maybe you learned the material towards the end, your predicted score can be a lot lower than what your actual performance is in that subject. By comparison, the nice thing about AP exams is that even if you had a tough relationship with your teacher or a rough year in that class, if you study super hard, you can still get a really high score because it's being graded anonymously and objectively by people who don't even know you. Now, if you're outside the US, it's a totally different story because AP exams there are way more expensive, way harder to do, and the IB curriculum provides a really nice standard so your high school grades will actually mean something to admissions officers when it comes time for you to apply. Now, unfortunately, most people do not get a choice over which curriculum they take. It's actually set by your school. But if you're in the US and you do have a choice, I would pick AP over IB every single time because it gives you way more control over the grades you send to colleges.